Joining me now is former Law Minister and senior BJP leader Ravishankar Prasad. Mr. Prasad, the government says that this bill strengthens constitutional morality and ensures that ministers facing grave charges cannot remain in office. But doesn't it risk undermining the principle of innocent until proven guilty?
I just heard my good friend Abhishek Manu Singh. It was more of a political speech than one dealing with the whole obligations to adhere to constitutional morality in public life. But on a lighter note, Maria, welcome to your new channel. Good luck. I'm talking to you for my legal library. I have also a big library of books of autobiography to others. Politicians do study also. I thought I must remind you gently. Now, coming to the issue in question.
Yes, sir.
What this whole bill is about, and the background cannot be lost sight of. When Mr. Kejriwal refused to resign in spite of months in office, the matter was taken to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said he cannot govern from the jail. But as far as his removal as a Chief Minister is concerned, we are sorry, there is no provision like that for us to intervene. Remember that. It was a very widely debated observations of the court. We will stop him from functioning as a Chief Minister, as the head of the government, from Tihar jail, but we cannot compel him to resign because there is no law like that. Second thing you must remember, and that's very important, I want your viewers to know it. When the Section 8 was there, in the event you have been unseated in election petition, stay was a matter of course. The Supreme Court said in serious offences you have been disqualified. Why stay as a matter of right? They set aside that provision. And thereafter, remember that ordinance came and the great Rahul Gandhi in the great press conference of Press Club said, I will tear it away. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Manmohan Singh was in
I was
America.
covering that, sir.
I will throw it in the dust. That I'm very happy to hear that from you. I hope Abhishek records that. The great, very moralizing eloquence of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which he has completely forgotten. When the bill was prepared, I remember late Arun Jaitley and myself, we took the lead. No, we will not support it. And all the political leaders, we tried to persuade our party, and ultimately it was not passed. Today, if you are convicted, you are disqualified.
Okay.
This present law is not against disqualification. The basic thing you must remember, Maria, this is if you are arrested, will you operate the government from jail? That is the height of constitutional immorality.
Okay.
And let me tell all the Congress people and those of the opposition, when the constitution was framed, they never expected कि एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि जेल जाके नेता सरकार चलाएगा.
लेकिन
They trusted the morality of
yes,
political leaders.
but the question here is...
Now, let me just complete. I'll ask, reply. I'll reply to all your queries.
Go ahead, sir.
Did it not, the gentleman in TMC education minister, his bill was rejected, he remained in minister for so long. You remember that? इसके घर से करोड़ों रुपए मिले थे teachers scam में, appointment scam में. Many other cases were there. Therefore, you are in a position, mind you, 5 years or beyond is the cutoff. That is heinous offences, not ordinary offences.
But sir, here
the
question
range
is...
of attempt to murder, kidnapping for ransom, corruption.
But sir, here the question is that the
Therefore,
government faces
there is a
the
proper
charge
safeguard.
that you are misusing investigating agencies, that they are being weaponized to engineer the arrest of opposition leaders and dislodge elected governments.
Let me reply to that query. Straight away. You will move for bail in the court, na? Is it your case that the court is also being weaponized? I am asking a very blunt question. The court will examine everything. And by the way, in all the cases of scam, corruption, etc., the consequences has been clear. You are talking to Ravishankar Prasad, who has argued the lead PI in the fodder scam in Patna High Court, seeking a CBI inquiry in the bituminous scam. And all big leaders, IAS officers, income tax commissioner went to jail and conviction happened or not. Therefore, these sweeping comments is something not to be appreciated. But the larger issue is, Maria, जमहूरियत लोक क्लास से चलती है, लोकतंत्र लोक क्लास से चलता है. So you mean to say we'll forget all the issues of morality, of transparency, of constitutional ethos, कि भले ही मेरी गिरफ्तारी हो गई है, भले ही मेरे घर से बहुत पैसा निकला है, भले ही मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है, लेकिन मैं तो जेल में रहूंगा तो भी सरकार चलाऊंगा.
लेकिन रविशंकर प्रसाद जी, सवाल ये भी है,
आपने नहीं इस्तीफा दिया आफ्टर
कि past Supreme Court judgments have stressed that governors must act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. Does this amendment, in effect, strengthen the role of the Union Executive over states? These are elected governments.
The reply is very simple. If you do not resign after 30 days, then the law will kick in. It gives you a period of 30 days, one. The second, very important, try to understand that. If you get bail, you can come back. That is the biggest safeguard. Therefore, there are government of the central government, the state government. And Maria, one thing I would like to highlight here. The bill is sought to be passed in the process by the government led by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And he had kept also within the loop, even if God forbidding, कभी होगा नहीं, मेरे खिलाफ होगा, अमित शाह के खिलाफ होगा, तो हम भी resign करेंगे. And therefore Amit Shah was bold enough to say, the moment I was implicated, though falsely, I immediately resigned and ultimately came back to the office only after getting acquitted.
Okay.
Advani ji, you remember in Hawala, he was implicated, he resigned forthwith. Therefore, the larger issue is, ultimately, do you want to get yourself tested on the bar of constitutional morality and the bar of people's trust, or only fictitious argument of violation of fundamental right of the basic structure? I think democratic governance is also a part of basic structure. Let Abhishek Singhvi know it. And if that is the case, Maria, constitutional morality, propriety is a part of that ethos.
Okay.
You come from Bihar also.
Yes.
Don't you remember during elections with ballot paper what used to happen? There used to be 10-15 murders on every day of polling.
Yes.
Today it is all gone.
Yes, Mr. Prasad, let me ask you my last question, sir, because this is an important point which is being raised by opposition, which is saying that this legislation is draconian in nature. What if the arrest is politically motivated or on frivolous charges? How will you ensure that there are safeguards, enough safeguards that don't lead to misuse of this? If you know, because it will come into effect, you have the numbers to ensure the passage.
That's a very good question. Allow me some time to reply to it. First of all, when the bill will be finalized after the Joint Parliamentary Committee feedback, surely these issues will be addressed. But I have a larger question. Potential of abuse has never been a benchmark of any law. Income tax law is being abused by certain income tax officers. Should we abandon all the income tax laws? Many SHOs do arbitrary arrests, they do. But should we do away with the penal code? You don't do like that. Therefore, existence or apprehension of abuse cannot become the ground for that, because there is a corrective mechanism in the entire judicial process against that. And that is therefore the bail. You can go for quashing. You can say there is nothing like that. And the courts are there, the Supreme Court is there. Therefore, there is the whole process of legal aspect to address these concerns. And all this fanciful argument is nothing but designed to shield corruption and shield corrupt leaders. That is the point.
All right.
This law addresses those.
All right, Mr. Ravishankar Prasad, former Law Minister of India, always pleasure speaking to you, sir. Thank you for your perspective and thank you for sharing your thought on the show tonight.